Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I'm an Uber driver if this is your first time to the channel. So I've driven close to 4,000 passengers in my career with Uber, and then I just do videos on my experience. So in this series, I'm just trying to answer a few questions, or actually a lot of the questions that I've received as an Uber driver. And then today, the question I'm going to answer, or I'm going to talk about, is will Uber drivers help with the luggage, with your suitcases? So let's go ahead and get right into this. So out of those 4,000 passengers, a lot of the folks, they end up going to the airport. I've taken a lot of trips to the airport, a lot of luggage, so I have a lot of experience with this. So I would say generally yes, I do pick up the luggage. I do help my passengers in with their luggage, and I think possibly it's just I'm a pretty helpful person in general, and also I want to be sure to get a high rating. So yeah, usually if I see someone has luggage, I'm already getting ready to get out the door as long as their traffic permits or the parking permits, and then I'm opening my trunk, and that way I can get it in there for them, and we can be on our way. Because if I wait for the passenger to kind of fumble around with the luggage, then it may end up taking longer, and then we get paid so little for waiting and just sitting around that it's in my benefit to go ahead and just get the dang suitcase in the car and just be on our way. So yes, usually I will. There have been a couple of instances where I do not help with the luggage, and that one is pretty specific. Actually, let me go ahead and tell you a story about a pickup in Cupertino. So I was in Cupertino, and then the folks opened the door, and the guy came running out. He said, "Hey, I'm going to the airport. Is that all right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, of course." So then he's like, "All right, I'm gonna get the luggage." So then he goes inside the house, and he's inside for like freaking 10 minutes. A long time for me to be sitting outside. So I started messaging the guy, "Hey, are you ready? Because if not, I got to keep moving on." So then he goes, "Oh, yeah, yeah, we're coming out." So the next thing I know, I see this lady. She's pretty old. She's up there. She's probably like mid 60s, very small, very petite. If I had to guess her weight, I would say it's like 85 pounds. But this guy, he had like three huge pieces of luggage, like the full-size international travel luggage. And she's up there on the patio, and I'm looking, and I was like, that's kind of weird. I'll just wait for the guy to come out. But next thing you know, she's like freaking wrestling with this huge piece of luggage, struggling to get it down to the patio and just dragging it across. You could tell that she is not part of the family. She looks like, actually, the scene that I'm picturing in my head, she looked more like a servant. So I felt like pretty awful for her. And so I just hopped out and then started helping her put the luggage in, and then just took care of it. Because again, I don't want to have to wait for her, and it's kind of embarrassing to have her just like struggling. She was so thankful and nice. She was like, thank you so much. Just really nice lady. Anyhow, so the guy comes out and he's like, "Okay, I'm ready to go." Just real like pushy. So he gets in the back, and then we just start driving. We're going to San Francisco Airport from Cupertino. So I have about 30 minutes to ride with this guy. So I was like, oh, I was chit-chatting with him, trying to figure out who this person was who was freaking lugging his luggage for him, for this lazy person. So he's like, "Oh, that's my housekeeper." I was like, "Oh, okay." So then I thought, man, you are really just not a nice person. Like that's a paid person, but you're gonna like make her move luggage as just as big as she is and just let her take care of it. It's so weird. Anyhow, so we're just driving down to the airport. 30 minutes later, we get up to the airport. The guy's not really that nice, actually kind of pushy, kind of rude. So I thought, you know what, I'm not going to help this guy with his luggage. And he's an older guy too. He's definitely not as old as that person. I would say he's like in his 50s, overweight. He's kind of skinny fat. So then I hop out, because of course I'm going to open up the trunk. And then he looks at me like, "You get the luggage." These three huge pieces of luggage. He was going on an international trip. But you know what I did? I just stood there and I looked at him. And then he caught the wind. And when we were in the car, I said, "Well, that's some pretty big luggage you got there." That she was putting in the car. He goes, "Yeah, yeah, it's heavy, but don't worry, we can do it together." And I said, "Yeah, no, sorry, I can't do that." He goes, "Huh?" I go, "Yeah, my shoulder, it's kind of sore." And he's like, "Oh, okay." So that was inside the ride. So yeah, then when we pulled up to the airport, I opened the trunk, let him look at it, and he looked at me, and I just let him fumble with it out of the car, just the same way he did with the other person. Anyhow, so yeah, I just let him get his own luggage. But out of all of the airport runs that I did, actually, yeah, that is the only time that I didn't help with the luggage, just because I thought it was such a gross thing that he did to that person, so I let him enjoy his own luggage. Anyhow, so yeah, to answer the question, do Uber drivers help with the luggage? I can't speak for every driver, but I would say for me, I do. And if you have another experience with that, be sure to leave a comment below. Do you help your passengers with the luggage? Anyhow, thanks a lot for watching. Be sure to subscribe for more videos, and hope to see you on the next one.